All right, guys. Let's see if this technology works today. So we've got notes on line segments. So this is what we're doing for a line segment on Monday. So a line segment is just a line that is in smaller chunks. So a line goes on forever. So that's a line, right? So that's a line. Now, if we take this and I label 3 points like I have here, I have a point here, and point here. That's A, B, C. So I literally stop this line from going on forever, and I say, this is line segment AC. That little line on top means line segment. It doesn't go on forever. So this is line segment AC, and then AC can be broken up into two parts, which is line segment AB from here to here, plus line segment BC from here to here. Okay, so that's kind of where the terminology comes from today. So this is at the top of your worksheet. This is what I just explained here. AB is the first line segment. So from here to here, that's this guy right there. And then BC is from here. And then AC is the entire thing. So let me do that in a little different color, guys. So if we do that in a little different color, that one, that's not much of a different color, but that's the whole length. Now, if this length here is 5 and this length is 3, that means this length A to C, or this line segment A to C, is 5 plus 3 equals 8. So 2 parts make a whole. Well, we're going to take that idea and we're going to change it into adding line segments together to create an equation. So if AB is 7 and BC is x plus 2, BC is x plus 2, oops, this should be A. I got to fix that on your notes. This should be AC. And AC is equal to 14. That means that 7 plus x plus 2 equals 14. And then if we solve this out, we're going to say x plus 9 equals 14. X equals 14 minus 9. X equals 5. So the length of segment BC is going to equal 5 plus 2, which is 7. Makes sense because 7 plus 7 is 14. So that's the quick idea on how we tackle these. So let's kind of move on here and let's go through the set of notes here. So if I draw my line segment off to the side like this, I've got A, I've got B, and I've got C. I know AC, the whole thing, is equal to 16. And then I also know that AB is equal to the square root of x and BC is equal to 5. So AB is the square root of x and BC is equal to the square root of 5. Not sure why the lines are underneath, guys. It wasn't supposed to be that way, but oh well, we'll deal with it. So they should be over the top. So it should be AB and BC and AC. So we know that AB plus BC is equal to 16, so we create our equation right here. Now, what I do for you guys is I don't do this because it's a lot of extra work. You can if you want, but that's how I got to this point right here because those cancel. Just remember, if you subtract 5 from this side, you're going to subtract 5 from that side, and this is the equation that you get right here. Okay? So once we work through that piece of information, we get 16 minus 5, which is 11. And then this is a skill from last year that we're practicing right now. To get rid of the square root, you have to use its inverse operation. The square root inverse operation is squared, so I'm going to raise each side to the power of 2. And when that happens, if I do the inverse operation with square root squared, I get x only, and 11 squared is 121. Therefore, AB is the square root. Again, I don't know why this is underlined this way. It should be up here, guys. Is the square root of 121, which is equal to 11. So again, guys, we're just using the line segments to set up equations. Let's do one more for you guys. Same thing. I'll draw it off to the side here. We have A and we have B and C. So we have A, B, C. We know that AB is negative 1/3 x minus 4. We know that BC is 2. And we know this whole thing here is equal to, this whole thing is equal to 5x minus 1. Okay? So if we know that, then we set up our equation. We have AB plus BC equals AC. That didn't get written very well here. This should be AC. This is AC. All right, so now, since we know that, we have our equation set up. And again, we're multiplying through by a denominator. My denominator is 3. So there's my denominator. So what I do is I multiply everything by 3 that's not in a parentheses. So I got my 3 there and my 3 there. These parentheses are like little shields. Nothing can happen to them until I clear the denominator. Or you can do those first, but we don't do it that way. Or I don't teach it that way. So once I do that, I get these two simplify out and I get my negative 1. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. So now I've got my new equation because I keep working my SADMET backwards. Remember, it's SADMET. We do add, subtract, multiply, or divide. And we kind of work our way through these. So if I'm looking at this here, I end up with, if I distribute in, I got to distribute in. And so when I distribute in, I get negative x plus 4. And if I distribute the 15 in, I get 15x minus 5. So I've got those pieces there. And then once I do that, I end up with this equation right here. And so I'm just going to keep working this idea, so save you guys some time, that I'm going to take negative 15 and I'm going to move it over here. When I do that, positive 15. When I do that, I'm using the opposite operation to move it, and so it becomes negative 15. Now, if we're looking at the 10, let's do that in green, guys. If we're looking at the 10, and then I messed up right here. Look at that. I already messed up. What the heck? See, I'm doing it in my head again. If I move this over here, that's going to be 10. So that's going to be 10 now. And this will be 25. That's going to move this over. It's going to become negative 10. Move this one over. It's going to be negative 15x. And so I get negative 16x equals negative 25. So let's cross this out because that cannot be the answer. Divide both sides by negative 16 and x is equal to 15. 25. 25 over 16. Okay? So that's my answer. I would plug this back in. At this point, you can use your calculator if you want. I would plug these back into the original here. So AB is going to equal negative 1/3. And this would be 25/16 minus 4. And then BC is going to equal 2 because they give it to us. And then AC is going to equal 5 times 25/16 minus 1. So those are your 3 lengths, and we're just setting up equation, guys.